Are you still looking to get your very first win in Mario Kart Worlds Knockout Tour mode, or are you just wanting to add to your win total? Then look no further, as in this video, I'll be going over my top tricks and tips on how you can be crowned winner in your next Knockout Tour race. Before we get started, if you're new here, be sure to click that subscribe button and click that bell so you don't miss any Nintendo or Mario Kart World content. Kicking us off here is my number one tip to victory, and that is using the rails and wall riding to your advantage. Now, unless there's an opponent directly behind you while you're grinding up a railing, most of the items simply cannot hit you. So grinding up on high parts of the course or just off to the side really benefits you in the long run when it comes to avoiding getting hit by items. As we all know what it feels like to be near the top of the pack and to quickly drop down to the bottom thanks to getting struck by items. Also, if you're on a railing, you can gain an immense amount of speed simply by performing forward tricks, so this can definitely get you ahead of the pack and gain some ground. Now, when it comes to items, one of the best things you can do is strategize when to use your items. If you have some mushrooms, don't just use them right away. Wait until you see a shortcut off to the side, or if you have bananas, Hammer Bros Hammer, Fire Flower, Ice Flower, or shells, be sure to throw them backwards, as you never know what items you can be canceling out by throwing them backwards, and you can also hit enemies behind you. Speaking of shortcuts, you're going to want to use as many as you can find, and while there is certainly hundreds to discover, just use the quick ones to your advantage. My best tip is to use mushrooms and the gold mushroom when it comes to cutting corners and using shortcuts, as you will be amazed at how much land you can cover in such a short amount of time, as you will basically go from being in the back of the pack to right up there near the top. Now, when you first start a race, it's likely that everyone will be bunched up near the middle of the track. And one of my best tips that I've discovered so far when it comes to racing in Knockout Tour mode is to stay as far away from everyone as possible. I find racing on the outside and away from everyone really helps you avoid items and obstacles, but also allows you to find more shortcuts and railings to grind on and gain speed. I can't recommend enough to use the gold mushroom off to the side, as you'll gain lots of traction very quickly. Now, in the beginning of a race, if you find it hard to maintain your speed and keeping up with the top of the pack, what you can do is to charge jump. You can do this by holding down the R button, as this will allow you to gain a boost, and also gain a boost when you land. Also, with this charge jump, what you can do is try jumping on top of other drivers to result in a footstool, as this will allow you to go flying in the air to not only avoid being hit by items, but also will allow you to gain a boost. Also, when it comes to water parts of the maps, you're going to want to perform a trick every time you catch a wave. And when there's no waves to be had, you're going to want to simply hold that charge jump to get a boost on calmer parts of the water. I recommend doing the charge jump to the sides, that way you can wall ride and gain momentum as well. Another trick that you can use is to take the inside lane when drifting. While at times this may result in you getting no items or even just a single item box, this will result in you gaining more speed and cutting off your opponents. And who knows, it might even result in you making that next checkpoint. If you're enjoying this video, be sure to click subscribe. It really helps the channel grow with the algorithm. Now, that first tip that I mentioned was to wall ride and grind on railings. However, if you're not quite there yet when it comes to this skill, another tip that I recommend is just to go into free roam mode and simply practice. Drive around, wall jump, grind on top of railings, and you'll have this down pat in no time when it comes to racing online. Also, if you fall off the map, you can actually gain a boost by pressing the A button at the correct time. I highly recommend practicing tricks. Performing tricks is essential in Mario Kart World, and is likely the most important it has ever been in the entire series. Now, while in midair, the amount of tricks you perform doesn't equal a higher boost. However, that's not to say it's not fun to perform them. But when you're going off a ramp or anything that propels your cart to go up in the air, it's crucial that you must perform a trick to gain a boost. And when you perform this trick, when you land, you will also get a boost by having flames come out of your cart. That's how you know you've done it right. Also, if you get hit while in midair, you can perform a trick to regain your speed and boost. Also, when it comes to getting hit, you can use items such as mushrooms while you're getting hit to also regain your speed. Now, with Knockout Tour mode being so chaotic, it's also a good idea to keep an eye out for that mini-map located in the top right-hand corner of your screen. This will allow you to decide when is the right time to use the correct item like a gold mushroom that I recommend to be used towards the end of a checkpoint, as this could make or break you making that next checkpoint and ultimately being crowned the Knockout Tour champion. Well, those are my tips and tricks to help you get better at Mario Kart World's Knockout Tour mode. Did I miss any? Let me know down in the comment section below. For more Mario Kart World content, keep it locked here, right here on this channel.